Well, I know it's been a while, and believe me, I've been busy. Andy had given me an idea, a suggestion actually, to use the 317 chip, which is an adjustable output. We use that in the smoke adjusting, the automated closed loop smoke. And it has an adjustment pin, a voltage out and a voltage in. So you put in some voltage out, you make an adjustment with some resistors, and then you get a voltage out. And you can adjust that. And here's the circuit. It's really simple. I don't even have the caps in. I'm just running it bareback kind of thing. So I got transformer power coming in, and this is at the max, like 17 volts. Then I have an adjustment, and I had two resistors between the adjuster and the out and the adjuster and ground. And then I have my out, volts out. And with this setup, you can see a table I've created here. You have the resistance R1, R2, and the volt out, okay? R1, R2, volts out. And you make those adjustments, and good old Andy again has shown me there is a calculator you can put in these values in this little machine right here. You fill in these values and you'll get a volts out. Right now we're set at 150 and 220 here. So you can see I'll change this to 220 and say recalculate, and I get 3 volts out. What I'm measuring out is 2.8 when I'm at these settings. So it's close enough for me, right? So now what I have are two of these 317s. I have one here and one here, and I'm bringing the volts down. They each have their own track. In this case, I'm measuring the voltage off of my voltmeter. I don't have a heater here. And I'm also turning on the fan with the other one. And this one is a sort of a substitution. You can move it around, but I have it set on 680. And if we look here, the 150 R1 and the 680 R2 should give us 5.8 volts, which would be nice for the heater, okay? So we want to see 5.8 here, and we want to see this fan moving, not screaming, just moving, okay? So now I would have the transformer wired in here, and I would have a switch. So I'm going to flip the switch to hook this circuit to the transformer. The fan is moving. You hear it, you can see it, barely moving. And oh, the voltage, I have to watch these clips. They touch and give me a false reading. And the voltage is 5.9. 5.86. Oh, 5.88. So that voltage will give us lovely smoke. That fan speed, I might want to slow it down, but as you can see here, if I want to give it a little less voltage, I just drop it from 220 to 100 or somewhere in between, and I can dial that in. And the beauty about all of these is if I use these as resistors, the user can't sit there with a trim pot and dial it up to 9 volts and burn out the heater, or 9 volts and make the motor fly apart. It will be a fixed, steady state every time, and cool as a cucumber. I mean it, not even warm. And he's not warm. You know, I'm just thrilled. So my goal now is to turn this into a perf board. But look at how many parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts. Input and output. And 6 parts. Oh, and the rectifier. I don't know. Andy just has a knack. I tell him what I want to do, and he says, "Oh, have you tried this?" No, I don't want to do that, do I? Yeah, I'll try it. I think you'll see it'll work. I try it, and sure enough, it works. It works beautifully. He's just a wonderful teammate. Helped me so much. Anyway, I'm going to go build a board if I can. What time is it? 20 after 4. I think I can. This is pretty simple. Okay, later, gang.